Okay, remember when Ann Taylor, she did a motion, defendant's request for discovery pursuant, and I'm just going to read this real quick here. She's asking for things like statements from the defendant, statement of co-defendant, defendant prior record, documents, tangible objects, reports of examination and tests, state witness, let's see, expert witness, police reports, digital media recordings, search warrants, exculpatory evidence, inducement, whatever that is. Oh, something about money. Identification, evidence, electronic surveillance, drug tests, subpoenas, oh my God, certifications. Okay, and the state has a response. Okay, I'm not going to read word by word. This is the state's response to request for discovery. And they're talking about Exhibit A, which of course, obviously we don't get to see any of that. Okay, so there's one part I found interesting that they didn't ask for. I don't know if it means something, but I found it interesting. Okay. The state will comply with any relevant written or recorded statements made by the defendant, any written or recorded statements from co-defendant, defendant's prior criminal record, any paper, books, documents, photographs, tangible objects, building or places or copies therefore, which is in possession, custody, or control of the prosecuting attorney, which are material to prepare a defense and intend for use by the prosecutor as evidence at trial, belongings to the defendant have been or will be disclosed otherwise made available. Okay. In addition, deputies and officers from Latah County Sheriff, Idaho State Police, Moscow PD, Idaho Fish and Game, and other law enforcement agencies may record their law enforcement contacts by audio, video, related to this matter, and results of reports of physical and mental exams, a written list of names and addresses of all people having knowledge of facts who may be called as a state witness at trial or will be provided separately in accordance, any record of a prior felony conviction of any such person which is within the knowledge of the prosecuting attorney. Okay. Any written summary or reports of a testimony that the state intends to introduce pursuant, and then it talks about the case law. And reports of memoranda in possession of the prosecuting attorney. All material information within the prosecuting attorney possession or control, which tends to negate the guilt of the accused as the offense charged. Okay. To the extent that information exists regarding an informant. See, this is what I find is interesting right here. Well, to the extent that information exists regarding an informant who is not going to be produced as a witness, including recordings or written statements of an informant or the identity of the informant, such information is not subject to disclosure, and the state asserts informant privilege and prays the appropriate protection orders. See, that's interesting. Informant? The state objects to request by the defendant for anything not otherwise addressed above the ground, such as requests outside the scope. Okay. Whenever this response indicates that evidence or material have been disclosed or otherwise made available, the state will comply. And we're talking about Exhibit A. So there you have it. I think, what do people think of this? The informant part. And this girl here, that wants to be with Bryan Kohberger. I mean, could this really be real, you guys? Look at, she's talking about her love with him, her crush, my love interest named Bryan. I mean, really? And she's got what, 2 Facebooks? No, this was interesting though. She writes to other people, other guys in prison. This guy's name is Cody Howell. Okay, she said she was in love with him. So this is what he's in prison for. Assault 1st degree, murder, endangerment 1st degree, assault 3rd degree. I mean, come on, really? And he's got a minimum sentence of 2037 for murder. I think that's crazy. He shouldn't even get out. I'm telling you, that girl's not, she needs help. Hall sentence for a machete gun attack. This is the guy that she was writing to and going to jail and seeing, Cody Howell. And he only got 23 years in prison for what he did. Which, you know, like I said, he pleaded guilty to murder, 2 counts of 1st degree assault, 1 count of 3rd degree assault on a police officer, 1 count of degree of wanton endangerment. And what the prosecutor did, dismissed 6 charges, including robbery, 3 counts of kidnapping, resisting arrest, 2nd degree persistent felony offender, 20 years. He was on meth, it says, walking down the road with a machete and a gun. I mean, all I can say is wow. Wow. And you know what? This girl, she has a kid. If it's a real person, you guys, I don't know who would do this.